Well, done it again. Got something else. This is a 96 Yukon SLT four-wheel drive. So, yeah, this just kind of fell in my lap. Basically, one of my buddies called me, told me if I wanted another 96 Yukon as, you know, basically a parts truck for mine. And then got to talking. The guy that had it, I knew. But this one has a blown motor. Or, well, it's not really, I mean, it is blown. It's got a spun bearing. It runs. It's got a little bit, it's got some oil pressure, but it's squeaking and knocking. But transmission's good, transfer case is good. The interior is in kind of rough shape. It needs some work. The whole front suspension and stuff apparently is going to need rebuild. I don't know. I haven't exactly looked at it, so I don't know what's all the matter with it. But yeah, what to do with it? I'd like to put a motor in it and actually drive it, but I really have too many vehicles. I could sell one of the Jeeps, which is I'm kind of contemplating, just so I don't have as many vehicles. If I sold one of the Jeeps, it'd be my second trail Jeep that I got, the 91. But yeah, or I could, you know, take everything off of this I want, and then part out the rest of it, scrap the rest of it, or take the motor out of mine, put my motor in this frame, take this body off this frame, put my body on this frame, you know, change all the necessary wiring over that I need to change, you know, take the good bits and the forward drive bits of this one, and take the, you know, good bits of mine, you know, get a harness together. But that is a lot of work, and that is definitely something you need a lift for. You're not going to pull a body off an SUV without a lift. But yeah, bunch of different options. But it does run. I don't know if the battery's going to crank, but I'm going to have to put the battery back on. But it's got 284 637, and like this interior's really seen better days. It's all the door panels have, well, that door panel's fairly decent, but all the other door panels have something broken on it. But it needs the AC controls messed up. Cup holder right here's missing. That's what vent that took out. It's missing the speaker. Now the interior needs a lot of work, but I couldn't pass up the offer. It was so cheap. Oh wow! I just noticed the hood cable's broken. It's got the side steps on it, or in it. It's got trash in it. I got to pull this seat up. Not the guy that I bought it from, but one of the other guys decided they cut a hole in the floor to get to the fuel tank. But the metal's still there, so I can actually tape that down. This glass has been replaced and doesn't have tin in it. This door is missing this catch right here. It's broken. This door, that's not connected. You got to go through here and pull this, or push it. Or something. I haven't opened it yet, but it has been opened. It needs a seal up here. It's broke. The driver window only rolls down about halfway, So that's something that needs to be fixed. I just messed with this earlier. This was not in all the way, but kind of works. Everything over here is, like I said, this is pretty good. I think everything on this door is actually, well, spoke too soon. I think this speaker's wired up, which, okay. It's got a good fender on it that will match my green Yukon. But yeah, let's see if I can get this thing started. It's beeping the whole time for some reason. It's got push button four-wheel drive, but I do have a transmission and a transfer case that would convert it to floor shift. But some of the stuff I've been reading has been kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna crank. Let me get something down here where I can jump it off. Yeah! A little more squeaky squeaky. It's got oil pressure though. But yes, so that's what's going on with the motor. Like I said, haven't 100% decided what I'm going to do with it yet. But I got it for a deal that I couldn't even pass up. Like I said, it's four-wheel drive. I want my Yukon I currently have four-wheel drive. This is a heck of a lot easier to solid axle swap than the Yukon I have. My Yukon is in better shape though, as far as cosmetics, interior, exterior. There's some little nicks and dings. There's a little nick on that door, a little nick on the rear door. The interior of this one needs a lot of work. The front end of this thing, it's got, you know, it's almost got almost 300,000 on it. It's something in the front is loose and clunking just from driving it in the backyard. It will drive and it will move under its own power. It's just making a hell of a racket. So, yeah, like I said, don't know exactly 100% what I'm doing with it yet. I want to put a motor with it. You know, I want to put a motor in it. I want to put suspension in it and drive it. You know, take the Yukon I currently have, possibly, maybe, put it back to stock. Put my wheels and tires on this. You know, put my bumpers and stuff on this. You know, make mine, you know, maybe lower it a little bit, make it an actual, you know, road car, you know, road truck, race truck. I don't know. There's a bunch of different stuff. And like I said, I don't know exactly what I am going to do with it yet. But yeah, the transmission and the transfer case should be good. The four-wheel drive isn't actuating, but that's something with these push buttons. You know, it could be the front actuator, it could be the transmission actuator, it could be the switch on the dash, or it could be the what do they call it, the TTCM, the transfer case control module or whatever, which is supposedly somewhere on the steering column. I haven't looked much into it. I've looked on how to convert it to manual because I do have a transfer case and a shifter that I bought for my green Yukon for solid axle swap stuff. But now that I have this and it's four-wheel drive, you know. Yeah, decisions. I like the one that I have. I've done a lot of stuff to it, but this is four-wheel drive, and You know, I might, you know, take all the stuff off of mine and put it on this one. You know, so there's just a bunch of stuff to think about. You know, I'm trying to find, as of right now, I am looking for a Vortec engine, which is almost impossible to find. You know, I thought it would be fairly easy to find. Nope, I only found one, and it's from a junkyard, and which with unknown running condition, supposedly unknown running condition. Now, I really don't want to put a complete junkyard engine in it with no running condition. Spend all the time, put a motor in it, and then find out that motor's bad too. So, you know, and I'd rather not spend one on a whole rebuilt engine, you know, full price on a rebuilt engine, long block, and then, you know, I decide not to, you know, I don't 100% know what I'm doing with the truck yet. So, yeah, just kind of showing the new truck, talking a little bit, vlogging a little bit, trying to figure out what I'm doing with this thing. But I do have another GMT 400, so that makes me, I now have 3 Jeeps and 3 GMs. Lovely. So, yep, I do need to figure out what I am doing with this thing, but I want to keep it. It is four-wheel drive. And I would like to keep my green one. But if I do that, that means I will have to get rid of one of my Jeeps. And the one that I would get rid of, would be that one. That's the 91. It has a slight running issue, and it's beat to hell. But I also don't really want to get rid of that one. If I get rid of that one, I want to sell it to one of my friends that would actually, you know, continue to keep it and go riding with it and whatnot. Whole reason I still have it is because I've been letting one of my buddies drive it when we have been going Jeeping. So that's why I like having 2 trail Jeeps, but 2 trail Jeeps is just not, it's not practical. So, yeah. Anyway, that's this, and we'll figure out what goes on from here. I need to tear into this thing, figure out what all it needs, and go from there. Figure out if it's going to be worth my time putting a motor in this chassis as it is, and then fixing the inside and driving it, or if I'd be better off scrapping everything but the frame and the transmission and transfer case, and drivetrain, and, you know, any of the 4-wheel drive harness and stuff that I need, and then put my body on this frame. That is a heck of a lot of work. That's basically a restoration, except not a restoration. But that is a lot of work, and it's something I could do, but it wouldn't be easy. But yeah, I guess I'll end this now. I've rambled on long enough, and we'll see what happens with this. Especially, you know, I've just bought a bunch of stuff for the motor. You know, I just put headers on the motor in my green one. I got, you know, spark plug wires for it. I've tuned it. I have a bunch of stuff for that motor in my Yukon, and the one of my Yukon's running strong at 240, you know, 250. So decisions, but something will happen with it. I do want to keep it because it is full drive. This frame would be a lot easier to solid axle swap. A heck of a lot easier than those 2-wheel drive frames. But yeah, the frame on mine is compromised because the front upper control arm mounts have ripped out of the frame, which is the whole reason I wanted to go solid axle, so I could get rid of those upper mounts. Anyway, a bunch of stuff to think about, a bunch of stuff to do, but it's just kind of, like I said, it kind of fell in my lap. I wasn't planning on buying anything. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. Talk to y'all later.